Adjusting the angle of your headlight on the Super Cub might be needed for improved visibility, accommodating changes to the load or suspension, riding on uneven terrain, or simply for customization or personal preference. Hello, and welcome back to the channel. This is episode 14 of my How To 125 series, 125 how-to videos for your Honda Super Cub C125. If you're into Super Cub content, please subscribe. Today we're going to be adjusting the angle of the headlight. This video was suggested by Chet Harith. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, so I apologize. Let's get into it. For this project, you will need a flathead screwdriver that is long enough and thin enough to access where you need to be. But if the head is too thin, you will not be able to have the leverage you need to turn the part. So there are two ways to go about this. The first is more simple, yet can be harder. The second requires more effort and work, but allows a better vantage point to see what you are doing. If this is your first time, I suggest the more labor-intensive method. Once you have done it this way, you can get a feel for what you're doing, and then you can do it without having to disassemble anything. Okay, on the left side of the lower handlebar, there is an opening in the shape of an inverted triangle. In the service manual, it gives basic instruction of inserting a tool and turning, but that is not much help because you cannot actually see what you are turning. These teeth of this cog is what you will need to access to adjust the angle of the headlight. It is very difficult to see, and I needed a flashlight at the perfect angle just to be able to photograph this part. You'll insert the screwdriver, and if you turn clockwise, having the teeth go towards the ground, that will angle your light upwards. If you turn the screwdriver counterclockwise, making the teeth go up, that will lower the angle of the headlight. Note, this is a slow and steady process. Turning the screwdriver 30 to 40 times is necessary for an angle change. It may seem like you aren't actually turning it. That's why I prefer this next method so you can actually see the cog turning. For this, you will need to remove the upper headlight cover. If you need to do this and need help, please see episode 9 for detailed instructions. The link will be provided in the description. Once your upper handlebar cover is off, press on the center of these tabs to click them in. Then you can easily remove them by pulling them straight out. Once that is done, remove these two connections. Once that is done, the lower handlebar cover will slide down and it will be easily malleable enough for you to get to your workspace. So again, here's the cog that you will need to access. You'll slide the screwdriver in and turn it to get the angle that is preferred. You see all those scuffs and scratches? That's from my many attempts of learning how to do this. Please keep in mind that these are edited videos and I struggle just as much as the next person. It's not always as easy as it seems, but don't be discouraged. You can do this. Once you have the angle perfected, you can hold the handlebar to keep things steady as you work. Here's a sped up video so you can see how the headlight angle changes. For reference, this video was over 2 minutes and reduced down to 1 second. That's what I mean when I say that it takes many turns to make a decent angle change. Okay, that's all there is to it. If you've taken off your handlebar covers, just make sure you put those back on correctly before you go ahead and ride the bike. If you have any suggestions of how-to videos you want to see, please let me know, and if I have the technical know-how, I'll be happy to do it for you. Thank you very much for watching, and please stay safe on your Cub or whatever else you ride.